of some sort of pain. You caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear.
You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me coming. You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me
My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he stabs me straight in the temple. I'm ready to be a rebel, I've got a lot of potential hidden inside of this vessel. That shit is so exponential. I need a first class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks, I'ma take you to the clinic. If you want a taste, come at me and you will be replaced. They won't find a trace of you anywhere or any place.
You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me coming. You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble, K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me coming.
Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the East Meets West. I am AK Eagles, and I am with my boy, Philly Foothills. Appreciate y'all joining us. Bring us in, homie.
What is good? What is going on? And what is cracking? I am Philly Foothills Fuego, and I am back in another episode of East Meets West, where we always try to bring you the best, and we are so very blessed to have you as a guest. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. And man, we are juiced. We are 6-0. We are ready to go, baby. We are absolutely excited to be back with you guys, to be back on YouTube, to be back on social media, just to be back behind the camera and to be talking to you guys, to be talking to each other. Like he said, we're always so grateful to be able to do these East Meets West for you guys and to be with each other, to be able to hang out, spend time with a good friend, my brother from another mother like AK Eagles is. Absolutely. You guys, we are back at it, and let's go, baby. We are absolutely fuego tonight.
Well, you're fuegoing and I'm wagoing, I guess. So
That's right, baby. The fire.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes.
So
it definitely has.
why not just start it off with what's going on, everyone? I am AK Eagles. I may fuss and cuss, but you can count on me and my content like the fucking city bus. And if you like the Wagyu, subscribe too. What's going on, guys? We are 6-0. It is a great time to be a Philly person, just all in general, unless you're a Sixer fan, of course. But we're not going to go there. I'm talking about the Philadelphia Phillies in the World Series. Let's go. Totally proud. And I already know they're going to win, so I'm not worried about it. I'll let you in on that little secret here in a minute. But, yeah, and then turn around and you look at the Eagles and they're 6-0, and in my eyes, we got the quarterback of that we've wanted, and someone who represents Philadelphia very, very well. And it's someone we've needed, man. I truly believe that, and I hope he just completely comes out here after this bye and continues to dominate the way he has. And we get to leave all this Jalen Hurts questioning bullshit in the past. So
I think he quieted a lot of criticism after taking down the Dallas Cowboys, whether it was Cooper Rush or not. It doesn't matter. If Dak's behind center come Christmas Eve, we'll beat him too. And we'll probably beat him with our backups because we have that much depth on this football team. And you're absolutely right, AK. You're absolutely right. We have a quarterback that we are over the moon excited, not only for the fact that he is performing very, very well on the football field, but because of the fact that he has showed such great leadership skills off of the field as well, in the locker room, just commanding that locker room and being a leader and just getting some high praise from some very, very, high level coaches. He's been getting praise from Bill Cowher. He's been getting praise from Mike Tomlin. I mean, the praise keeps coming in for this kid, and it has absolute complete merit to it. This kid works his butt off on and off the field, and it's showing, and it's an absolute pleasure to see. And I couldn't be happier to be an Eagles fan right now, because not only do we have, you're so right when you said that we have a quarterback that fits into this mold of the city of Philadelphia, because absolutely we do, but we also have the head coach that does too. Because you see that fuego in him. You seen him at the end of the game when Kelsey got taken down, that late tackle by the defensive lineman that was throwing a little pissy fit about Kelsey maybe blocking a little late. You seen the fire in Sirianni. And that's not the first time we've seen it, and it's not going to be the last, because this guy was built to coach in this city. He was built to coach this quarterback, and man, they're going to make a great, great duo for a long, long time.
Yeah, man. Listen, I sat here probably 6 months ago on our show, and I said, don't be surprised if he makes a leap like Carson Wentz did from year 1 to 2.
Right.
If you remember that.
Yep.
Man, I caught a lot of shit for that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of shit. Like, yo, check yourself, blah blah blah. No. I'm good.
I'm right in that same lane with you, because I've been catching shit for saying that he's going to win the MVP, and I'm still catching shit for it. And I'm gonna stick to it though, because he's playing at an MVP level, and until otherwise, I'm sticking to it. Because I mean, there's not it's a really below average, especially for quarterback play. It's really below average in the league this year. I mean, there's a lot of mediocrity in this league. There's a lot of 3-3 teams, 3-4 teams, things like that. So, I mean, it's just.
Yeah, this year is really fucking weird, man. I'm not gonna lie. When I looked at the schedule at the beginning of the year before the season even started, I was like, "Ooh, Indianapolis. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one." Because of what they were last year. And God, dude, don't. And that's the ugly thing about it is, Carson Wentz is going to sit there and start getting a big fucking head on his shoulders because of how bad that team is this year. It's like, oh, see, that's what you get for getting rid of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can see him being that type of guy. I truly can. And that's what sucks is I never saw it coming. I actually thought Matt Ryan would be okay, but with Frank. I really did.
Right.
I never saw Indy being as bad as what they are, and then you look at Denver, complete fucking trash. And now that's more, I believe, on Hackett than it is the players, but we'll see. It is what it is. And I was a complete dick. I mean, I'm not going to lie, dude. And I don't get caught with my words too often. I really don't, because I'm very careful. But I fucking sat here and I completely destroyed Seattle this offseason about how they just completely fucked up, and y'all are dumb for going with Geno Smith, and they're having the first pick, and wow, was I fucking wrong. I will admit it. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is a fucking dog. Like, I mean, listen, he's playing fantastic football, dude. He's got Seattle where I didn't think they would be. Okay.
Yeah, losing DK is definitely gonna bring him back to earth a little bit. That's gonna hurt
for sure. Yeah.
So we'll see how if he continues to play at the level he's playing at right now without DK, then definitely, he's surpassed, I'm sure, a lot of people's expectations.
He's already surpassed mine. That's all I'm saying. So I already give him credit. That's why I say I don't get caught very often, but that one I get caught with. I admit that one. Like, I honestly didn't see this kind of play coming from Geno. I didn't. But I guess that's what happens when you back up some pretty good quarterbacks over the years because he's not old, but he's not young. What is he, like 28, 29?
And if he keeps playing like that, Gino, with that division, from what I've seen out of the Rams, what I've seen out of the Cardinals, from what I've seen out of
He can win it.
and the 49ers, absolutely the Seahawks can win that division. Hell yes,
That's
they
crazy,
can.
man. I never thought of that. I
Right?
never would have seen it coming.
I mean, that division's wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people thought it was going to be one of the best divisions in the league. I mean,
I think McCaffrey is what seals that deal for the San Francisco, though. You give McCaffrey 2 weeks to learn this system, bro. I think that's the edge that the Niners needed to win that division.
They've had a lot of injuries, so that's going to be tough for them to fight.
They're getting healthy slowly, though.
Yeah,
they are.
In certain spots, they definitely are.
Yeah,
but
McCaffrey and oh shit.
But what a year! What a year for us to be on top right now. I mean, this not only is this I'll say I got to give the Giants some credit though. They're looking tough. They're playing their kind of football, and when teams feed into that definitely has been a big reason to why they've been so successful this year. But to me, this division is very winnable. The conference is very winnable this year. The next best team in the conference is the Vikings, and we shut them down. You were there. You witnessed it firsthand with your own eyes.
First off, man, whoever thought we'd be sitting here right now? Last year and the year before, we were set and we were told that we were the NFC least. We were very disrespected over the years. Well, guess who's laughing now? Because as far as I can tell, we're the best division in football. The only thing weighing us down is the fucking Commanders right now. But everyone else only has one loss out of all three of us. Or wait, no, Dallas has two.
Cowboys have two.
My bad. Yeah, but Giants have one. We have.
We got to make sure that we know how many. We got to make sure that we give as credit to Dallas for their losses.
yeah, we do. But I was speaking of the Giants and us though, with the ones, and then Dallas with two, and yeah, it's the best division right now. We got some real big hitters, in this division, and I like it. I told Jeff the other night when I was live with him, I said, that's fine. I said, keep that same energy because when we beat you, there is no excuses. I want to play you at your best.
Right.
I don't want to play you injured. I want to play you with a full Giants team because when we spank that ass, you don't come crying. He's like, well, how do you know? And it's like,
that's
bro,
a big question, right? Is Saquon going to be able to stay healthy all year long? Is he even going to be available when we play them later this year? That's a great point, AK. Because they're one injury away from being done. They lose Saquon Barkley, they're done. Mark my words, Giants fans. You guys lose Saquon Barkley. I don't care if you still only have one loss. You're done.
Well, and we talked about it a little bit in backstage beforehand, and I told you this is the first time I think ever. I'm just going to truly be honest with you. I think this is the first time ever in my life in 35 years where I can sit here and put my hands behind my head on the couch on a Sunday, kick my feet back, and be like, throw the fucking ball. Go for it.
Right.
Right. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Fuck, right. I triple dog dare you. Throw that fucking ball. Like these corners, man, they are completely playing out of this world.
Not only the corners, but the safeties too. I mean, and CJ. I mean, the whole back end has been playing lights out. And like you said, when we play the better rushers like Barkley, like King Henry, we'll be able to stack the box. And go ahead, Tannehill. Go ahead, Danny Jones. Try to beat us. Try to Go ahead. I don't think you're going to have much success.
Dude,
We have the top 2 corners in the league, and they've been thrown at. We talked about this backstage too. We literally have the top 2 corners in the league right now that have both been thrown at with a good sample size. I mean, we have something very, very special and very, very rare in the NFL. You may have one corner that's in the top 5. You may have 2 that are in the top maybe 10, but we have 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Come on. We got like the safes that are impenetrable on the outside, literally. Like we got the lockdowns absolutely on the outside.
Yo, what's good, DE? Appreciate you, sir, for stopping by.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, no, man. Listen, I know the Giants did not want to get rid of Bradbury. That they just couldn't afford him. No,
Right.
let's just be honest. So they had to let him walk. And fortunately, he was kind enough to come here. Okay. And he's playing out of his mind. And let's be honest, man. He has not been in this system that long. Even you said that backstage.
Yeah.
He's been here all season for all 6 weeks. But dude, he's only been in for like what, 7-8 weeks total?
Right.
And he's still learning the system. Still.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's got most of it down, but there's things he probably as himself wants to get a little better at to be more dominant. And if he establishes that and he does it, which I'm sure he will, because hell, he's been playing, like I said, he's on God mode right now. He's on God mode. I'm serious.
And if we think that, and we're getting turnovers at a pretty high rate, we're not giving the ball up. And if we thought we were seeing a lot of interceptions before, well, we haven't even talked about it yet. We just got Robert Quinn. We just added another great pass rushing piece to this defensive line.
Yes.
I mean, are you kidding me? Our Bradbury, Slay, CJ, Epps, they're all licking their chops with the pass rush that we're going to be able to create on a consistent basis now. Oh my goodness. Look out. We might break the record in turnovers this year. Turnover differential.
Wanted to show mad love before I call it an early night. Much love, y'all. Fly Eagles fly, and also it's not fair. These O-lines are a scrap. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Have a good night, man. Have a good day tomorrow. Be safe.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you for stopping
in, sir.
Yeah, no, man. Robert Quinn just changed the entire game. You know,
only for a 4th round pick. I mean,
yeah, that's insane. I mean, the guy had 18.5 sacks last year. That's incredible. You know, he's been in the league for 12 years.
Right.
So that's amazing. And now and let's be honest, he's not working with anything in Chicago.
Exactly.
He wasn't.
And that's the argument. And that's the argument to anyone that says, well, his production has dropped significantly this year.
Yeah.
Well,
you just gave him Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham. What do you think's going to happen?
He's been getting double teamed this year. That's why his production has dropped so much. You don't think they're going to double team someone who had 18.5 sacks last year? You're out of your mind if you think otherwise.
Yeah.
You know?
But I don't think we're done, bro. I still believe there.
I don't think Howie is either.
I still believe Kareem Hunt becomes a Philadelphia Eagle. I think you get both. I think you get both.
Oh boy!
Knowing that Robert Quinn only cost you a 4th, fuck it, go all in. You've already thrown the chips all in. Just
right. You're exactly right, because with as many, especially on the defensive side of the ball, with as many, we talked about this backstage as well, with as many 1-year contracts as there are on the defense, Howie has definitely pushed all his chips in the middle this year. He knew that we already had very, very good pieces in place, and from what we've added in the draft, free agency, now trades. I mean, Howie Roseman for GM of the year. Hashtag Howie Hustle, baby. Absolutely. Hashtag Howie Hustle.
I said it already, man. If you go and you add Kareem Hunt to this team, I told you backstage. One, Howie's on God mode himself at that point. You know, he's just insane, out of his mind, and I love it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
But if you don't win a Super Bowl, it is not because of Howie Roseman and the team that you put out there. It is just because it was not fucking destined to happen. You know what I mean? Because that team is that is a complete team. I mean, this team is already complete, but you're just putting little cherries on the cake here and there,
right?
You know, and that I don't think he's done. I think Kareem Hunt will be an Eagle before it's all said and done. Just knowing what we gave up for Quinn. You know what I mean?
Yes. And they only want, it sounds like they only want a fourth for Hunt. So if we don't have a fourth next year, give them a fifth and a seventh, or fifth and a sixth even for Kareem Hunt. I wouldn't be mad at that either. I mean, you give us another power back like that. Not only does that give us another dimension to the offense when it comes to short yardage, but it saves your quarterback, right? It saves him from taking any extra hits that he may not need to take. And that's something that we need to be cautious of, especially with the new concussion protocol that's in the NFL now. They're watching players very, very closely, not just quarterbacks. They're watching everybody very, very closely now. And if we can avoid our number one guy, our, Mr. Hurts, Mr. Ice in his veins, whatever you want to call him. I mean, if we can avoid him taking any extra hits, that's going to be the way to go, without a doubt.
If Zeke, Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon, or Sector was behind our line, they would have at least 150 yards a game. Love Miles Sanders, but he ain't put enough to earn the bag. Yeah, no, I'm in. Well, that's why I want to see what he does the whole entire year. Then we'll talk.
Yeah.
He's doing good right now. I will not say anything negative. There's nothing negative to say about him. He's doing his job, and he's performing very nicely. I think if he breaks 1,000 yards this year and has like 8 touchdowns, which I think he's at 4, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he only needs 4 more to get 8. We'll talk. I don't know how the Eagles feel, and I don't know what they're looking at. I mean, I've already told you I'd use one of my first on Bijan Robinson from Texas, but that's just me, and I would move on from Miles because halfbacks are dime a dozen. I love Miles myself. He's a Penn State guy. I love Penn State. I watched him in college. I watched Saquon. But Miles, you're right. He has not done enough for me to warrant him anything crazy. So will I let him walk if you can guarantee me like a Bijan Robinson? Hell yeah, I will.
Right.
Next best thing.
But. Right, because like we were talking about earlier, we're going to have a lot of contracts to pay out next year. So if we can avoid having to pay a bag to a position, like you said, is very replaceable. And I mean, believe me, Miles Sanders he's already kind of. I didn't think he would be playing this well.
Right.
I think he is playing definitely better than he played last year. Obviously, I mean, he has more touchdowns. He has a lot more. Finishing plays. It seems like he's trying to get that extra couple yards, with whether it's spinning out of a tackle or if it's using his hand to.
He's not waiting. He's not waiting. He's just immediately going into the hole and trying to just run people over and keep going.
But when he does wait, it's when he's supposed to. When he's letting his blockers getting ahead of him and getting to that second level, making sure that their blocks are in place before he goes through the hole. Definitely. But I'm with Desert Eagle 90. Definitely. He's not at the level of Cook, Taylor, Saquon, even Zeke, because those are bigger guys too. Those guys are built to be 3 down backs. Sanders is not. It's been proven. When they've tried to do that, he's gotten hurt. So it's a matter of knowing who you need to pay, and running back, like you said, is a dime a dozen. So yeah, if we can get one out of college, or if we can, if we bring in Kareem Hunt and then have him with a rookie, I think we'll be good to go.
I'm not really bitching about it though, man, because we've always been a running back by committee. We've never really had one dominant halfback. I mean, yes, we had McCoy. I guess you could say he was by far the number one, but even McCoy rested at times, and we did use. But I mean, hell, dude,
Ricky Waters. I mean, he was a pretty much a number one back going back way back in the day.
But but you had Westbrook and Buckholter.
Yeah,
I mean, they were two dynamic duos. Like we've never had just one dominant, straight pure dominant halfback. We've always used multiple ones, and I'm okay with that. I especially, hey, we're 6-0 and it's working. We use Gainwell, we use Miles, and we sprinkle in a little other ones here and there, but it works.
I don't mean, and I'm not trying to sound too braggadocious, but we know we're as dominant of an offensive line right now when it comes to running the football. We're just very we know when we have to do it, and there's really nothing really that's stopping them right now. There really isn't. Teams know what we're going to do. They really do. I've seen some of the defense even calling out the play that we're going to run, and we still get 4 or 5 yards on a run on first or second down. It's just a matter of establishing dominance when you can, and having that luxury of being able to just run the football down people's throats and put games away. I mean, we've won multiple games this year doing that, and I think it's going to be continue. It's going to be another. It's just going to be another key to our success going forward. You know what I mean,
bro? It is purely dominance. It is.
You see some of those blocks that Jason Kelsey put on Lawrence? Oh my!
It is. I have 11 dudes out there.
Kelsey was murdering
12, but I got 11 dudes out there, and all 11 of my guys are far better than your guys. My 3 wide receivers are far better than all 3 of your corners.
Yeah.
You might have one corner who can match up nicely with one of them, but the other 2 are better than your 2.
Yeah.
It is so well designed that you can't stop it. The only reason that we've stalled out is only to our own doing. It is purely our fault when we stall. It is not that you are better than us. It is not that you beat us. It is because we shoot ourselves in the foot and we're just doing stupid shit. They will fix it. If you build it, it will come. And it's coming. Eventually, they will establish it. And when they do, that's when the oh shit comes.
Yep.
Because I'm telling you right now, I understand, man. Everyone wants to sit there and say we haven't played anyone. Well, yeah, we have. Detroit is actually pretty feisty. Like, let's not act like they're not. They are. Dallas, yes, you beat them. But holy shit, let's not act like you only had like what was it? But what was it at halftime?
I think it was it was like 13-6 or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean it wasn't like a blowout.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't become a blowout until the second. So it is what it is. But Minnesota, they're 5-1. They only lost to us. And a lot of people have Minnesota chose to go into the playoffs and go pretty far. Justin Jefferson wasn't a spot out there on the field at all. Slay locked him down. Bradbury locked him down. Okay, the whole point is CD, another guy. CD really didn't have a big day. Not really. locked down. There's no one the Giants have who are better than CD. There's no one the Giants has that they're better than Justin Jefferson. There's no one Green Bay has that is better than any of those three. There's no one Indy has that is better than those three.
Right.
There's a pattern here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in the end, man, I'm not fucking worried. I'm not worried about anyone's fucking offense. I'm not worried about anyone's defense. Because you have 5 dynamic playmakers on that offense. 6, actually. Sorry. And you can't stop them all. You don't have enough weapons on defense to stop them all. No one does.
No, you're right. And I mean, I just hope that they really took a long look at the coaching staff, the players, everybody involved, at what are the areas that we can look into to improve at, to make this football team, a Super Bowl championship and at the end of the year, and I think one of the more important things for us going forward, it has to do with the pass protection for me, in my opinion. I think, we've definitely been way above average. Some would even say stellar in run blocking. They've been absolutely destroying people, but we definitely need to improve on the pass blocking and try to keep Hurts cleaner, and avoid, like I said earlier, avoid any possible, concussion for our number one guy. It's they're watching people very, very closely now, especially quarterbacks, and just I know that the time off is going to do them well. I just hope it's not coming too early, especially with as many injuries as we've kind of had here and there with the offensive line. I know I heard Lane Johnson practice today, so that's a good sign that he is working his way through the concussion protocol to get back on the field for this Sunday when we're at home against Pittsburgh. And I know Dickerson's had a foot issue or ankle. I'm not even sure exactly what it was. I think it was a foot. But hopefully that's going to be, rested up over this bye week. And it was nice to see Jason Kels at the Phillies game, with the getting the fans riled up. That was cool. Definitely, he's definitely Philly through and through. And but yeah, they gotta try to keep, even if we have some injuries here and there, we gotta try to keep Hurts a little more upright, a little more cleaner in the pocket, and not let that blitz get through sometimes so quickly. You know what I mean? It's going to be very important.
I know, it's just sometimes it's hard to help that. There's just sometimes they blitz too many that you can't handle it all.
Yeah, I understand.
You're going to get some through. Why I don't fear it is because I know my quarterback.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, let's put it this way. His pocket awareness is fucking fantastic. Okay, you thought Carson Wentz had fucking great pocket awareness? Dude, there is many times I've seen defenders come up to his back. I'm like, oh shit, they're going to get him. And dude, he just starts running as soon as I think it. It's like he knows they're there, and it's like he feels it. He knows it, and he gets away. And so pressure really doesn't bother me too much. Yes, he will go down. You will get him now and then. Right. It's going to happen. I understand that. But I'm not worried about it. Because 90% of the time, he's going to get away. You know what I mean? Like, 10% of the time, you'll get him. But that other 90%, you ain't. And when you don't get him is when he kills you even worse. You know what I mean? Because once he takes off, dude, good luck.
I want him to start when he takes off and he has the option to. I want him to start sliding a little sooner. So if he does get hit, then we'll get a personal foul, late hit, and get another 15 tacked on, because that's just because the defenses are looking to hit him. If he's out of the pocket, if he's a runner, they're definitely looking to lay a shellacking on him anytime they can. Even though I understand he is a big dude, but I just don't want to. I don't want to see anything bad happen to my quarterback.
Can I rebuttal to that?
Absolutely.
Okay. This is why I say I love what he does, and I don't mind him slamming into people. Okay. Now I know that sounds weird, but how many times have you seen quarterbacks slide and dudes go right at them, clip their helmet, their head flies back, slams off the turf, concussed?
True.
At least if he hits them, he's controlling that hit for the most part. He can position his body going into that hit the way he wants to protect him the way he wants. He can't protect himself after he slides. If you hit him, he's getting it because he's not prepared to wait to let his head go back. He's expecting you to miss him, and there's nothing there. At least when he's taking that hit, he can do things to prevent things from happening to him. You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about, because if he's sliding late, because there's been a couple times I've seen him slide late, and if he would have slid a little bit earlier, he could avoid that contact. Because if you slide early enough, then they're just going to walk up and they're going to two-hand touch you down, basically. So
yeah, no, I feel you.
It's kind of a double-edged sword sometimes with especially with the head injuries and things like that. But I understand what you're saying too, definitely.
Like, I like to think of it this way. There's times that he's running and he visually sees something that's there. And truly, it is there probably. But a defender seals something off and he automatically is like, oh shit, that's not there no more. And that's whenever he does that late slide, because he's like, well, it was there, but it's not. So now I have to slide, but it's kind of late. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the biggest areas of improvement that I've seen in Jalen Hurts this year has been his pre-snap reads.
Yes.
Because he is getting very, very good at knowing where he's going to go with the football. Not only his first read, but having a backup read in hand, and knowing as well that he's got his checkdowns if those two first and second read aren't there. So it's getting harder and harder for defenses to defend. And I know I've heard some mixed feelings. What do you think about the amount? Do you think they need to reduce the amount of RPO usage?
Hell no.
Right? It's not.
Why?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Why?
Well, some
the
people
reason
that
you
we're going to
can't
become predictable, but
the reason you can't stop us is because of that.
Right? Because you don't know if he's going to keep it, if he's going to hand it off, or if he's going to,
or if it's going in the air. You don't know.
Right,
There's
exactly.
3 things that can happen. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, motherfucker. Like, no.
Yeah,
no.
You've seen Micah Parsons. You see, he couldn't handle it, because if we can't block him, run right at him. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Just like you said to do. Just like you said to do.
Dude, I don't understand. I get it. Okay, RPO, that's more, I guess you want to say that's a college thing. It's fucking working.
Yeah. It's working pretty good too. And you see other teams were using it a lot, using it more too.
I have never
Carolina
seen
used it against Tampa Bay this past weekend, and that upset against Tampa Bay, they used it.
I've never seen such a cockeyed fan base sometimes, man. Like, you don't want the RPO because you think it's going to be too predictable. You are fucking 6-0. Enjoy it.
Right?
Like, what? Are you serious right now? It's working. We're top 5 in offense. It's working. If it wasn't working and we were like 18th overall or something on offense, I'd be like, all right, maybe this RPO shit's a little old, and we need to get a little more advanced with our play calling here. But you're 6-0. Your quarterback is in line for MVP. AJ Brown is 5th in receiving yards. Miles Sanders is 4th in rushing. Devontae Smith is,
I mean, you could keep, I'm sure,
like ninth in receiving.
I bet Dallas Goedert is number 1 in yak yards for tight ends. I can almost
Yeah.
guarantee
Oh,
you
he
that.
is number one in yak.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
offensive line is top 2 in all categories. Our defensive line is top
So
3 at least in all categories. What the fuck more do you want?
let me ask you then, AK, if you're put yourself in Sirianni's shoes right now, you're Nick Sirianni. What are you doing? What areas are you looking to improve this football team?
Listen, man, I told you, I think Kareem Hunt will still be an Eagle yet because of what little bit we gave up for Quinn.
Okay.
But my dark horse though, dude, and I would love it so much. I honestly would. I said it yesterday, and I like my decision, and I'm still gonna stand by it. I would love to get another tight end. I'm not
Okay.
even playing, bro. I would love to get another tight end. And when I say that, listen, no disrespect to Stoll, no disrespect to Calcaterra. They're both great, but they're only as good as what they can be right now. They're
Yeah.
young. When we won the
Okay, but
the Super Bowl,
outside
you
of
had what?
adding pieces, whether it's a trade, things, or you pick up a free agent, I don't know. I don't even know if there's any tight ends really out there right now. But outside of that, I'm talking about like fundamentally on this football team right now. What areas would you look to improve? And Benny Boom, I agree with you. Special teams is definitely an area that I want to touch on.
Oh, I thought you meant like improve as in like free or trade. Like,
No, I meant like in-house improvement.
I got you. I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Listen, man, like I said, this team is special. There's not really a single hole, you know. My thing would probably be, if anything, just work on your tackling drills a little more. There's sometimes I see some missed tackles and I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Right.
Just wrap him up and bring him down and go back to fight again. Like, don't get fancy. Just get him down.
Yeah. I completely agree with you on that. We have to stop reaching and failing for the most part with these arm tackles. We have to be more fundamentally sound with our wrapping up the ball carrier. And I need to see more guys flying to the ball with gang tackling, because we can't get too lackadaisical and just depend on the next guy to make the tackle. We have to be right there to clean it up if he doesn't necessarily wrap him up the way that he should. It's that's a big reason why the Cowboys came back in that game, was bad tackling, in bad spacing on the defense. You've seen it on the Zeke Elliott run. I mean, literally, if Maddox had been watching the ball a little bit better, he literally ran past the hole that Zeke ran through, right before the snap. So it's things like that. It's just, we have to be more fundamentally sound with our tackling, and that goes to special teams as well. Guys have to stay in their lanes. I know you've seen it, because I was yelling at the screen when the Kobe Dean, you're on the outside like that. You cannot give the guy the sideline like that. You have everybody else. You have all the other 10 guys on your special teams unit to your left. You cannot give up the sideline to the right. You have to stay in your lane. And if he did, he would have made the tackle, or the guy would have not nearly have had as long as of a return. And it's little things like that, little things like that I would want to clean up. Special teams, the punt, definitely the kickoff coverage and punt return. I wouldn't be mad if we got some other guys mixed in, like Quez, or even Gainwell, or hell, even throw Smitty back there once or twice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at it. Punt return. Kobe's a little bit of a liability, in my opinion.
Bro, no, it's not even that for me. I don't want to see this little white boy kill himself. Like, bro, I am so tired of watching Britton Covey just run straight into the fucking pile. How
Right.
many times have you seen that kid run straight into a pile of like 4 dudes?
And
It's
that's
like, bro,
yeah,
do not kill yourself. Why?
that,
Why
that's the
do
thing.
any of that?
He was an undrafted free agent. He came from a smaller school, so he is definitely, absolutely, with 100% still adjusting to the speed of the NFL, the quickness of these players. He is not used to that. He is used to having big holes to run through, and them definitely not closing as fast as they do in the NFL. So you're absolutely right. He's got to adjust, or he's gonna, like you said, he's gonna kill himself.
Bro, he won't survive. He will get
Yeah,
injured. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to injure himself. I'm
right.
surprised he's not concussed already, bro. Some of those hits he took already this year were pretty fucking nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
And he may have been. He may just not have said anything.
I know my ass would have been.
Yeah.
But oh shit, I had something. Fuck.
Yes, it would be Benny Boom. It would absolutely be so hard to stop. If we had Kareem Hunt, we have a Super Bowl offense that's going to be really, it's going to be almost impossible to keep under 20 points a game. And our defense keeps everybody under 20 points a game for the most part. I mean, outside of week 1, we've been pretty damn dominant on the defensive side of the ball. So
yeah,
adding Hunt would be out of this world.
Yeah. Yo, what's good, Coma? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you stopping through. Thank you all. Shout out to everyone in here. Thank you all for joining us. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. Hope you all are enjoying yourself. So let's talk about this Pittsburgh game a little bit, shall we?
Yeah.
Or do we have anything else to cover? Is there anything else we need to?
I mean, I would just add in, as far as things I wanted to improve on, just the slow starts, getting out of the gate a little quicker. We're scoring all our points in the second quarter for the most part, and just having a more complete game, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I know you wanted to touch on this a little bit, because I think that if we don't play a more complete game on the offensive side of the ball, when it comes to winning this conference, comes to possibly Super Bowl, if we're playing Mahomes, if we're playing Josh Allen, that could be a tough matchup for us. But I know you have some rebuttals to that.
No.
No, it will not be a tough matchup.
Once again, bro. Once again, the best CB tandem in the league. Bring in anyone. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, bro. This team is built to withstand it. In all honesty, there is some sick, sadistic way inside of me that feels like we just toy with people. Truly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we come out and we blow up in the second, and then we're just like, all right, now just come back and beat us. Try to. And then you saw it when they got close in Dallas. We just threw one more on real quick, just to kind of seal the deal. But before that, we weren't really doing anything because we didn't have to.
That's the thing. That just shows the confidence that Sirianni and Steichen have. If that's the case, that shows that they have a lot of confidence in this defense, because if they feel they only need to score 20 to 28 points a game around there, then that's showing a lot of confidence in not only your defense, but just your team in totality. You know what I mean? What's going on, NA?
Yeah, Nina, how you doing?
Appreciate you, Nina, checking in.
Hope all is well with you and your mom. Hope you're loving the season. 6-0.
Right. Just like the 6 in here. Salute to the 6 in the chat right now. We appreciate you guys. You guys are the absolute food and water to the content. Without you, we'll not continue to survive. So if you're feeling the vibe, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to keep our dreams alive. Give us a thumbs up on both channels. We're live, and not only on my channel, The Nest Out West, where I'm always holding it down for Eagles Nation. I'm a proud member of the West Coast Birds out here in Cali. Absolutely. But we're also live on AK Eagles channel. This way. AK Eagles channel. Make sure you go give them a thumbs up on both channels. We really, really appreciate it. It helps get the content out there further and further. You guys, it's but yeah, let's dive into this Pittsburgh game, man.
So wait. I remember what I was going to say earlier.
Okay.
And I've been holding on to it for just this moment.
Don't forget.
I don't want to forget, so shh. Okay. Let's do this. So I thought of a dark horse answer to your question.
Good. I like it.
Start fucking playing Jordan Davis more. I'm done.
Hey, I'll somewhat rebuttal that and say, not rebuttal it, but I'll add in and say, start playing Trey Sermon more, and maybe you won't even have to trade for Kareem Hunt.
Ooh. I don't know. I'd still take Hunt. Hunt's that dude. I mean, listen. No, Howie is a pimp.
Hashtag Howie Hustle, Nina. Absolutely.
Howie is on God mode. He is on God mode right now.
GM of the year. Give him the award now. It's over. Wrap it up. Send it to his house. Early Hanukkah present. Absolutely. He's got it locked down.
Fun fact, Robert Quinn has been double-teamed more than Nick Bosa and Micah Parsons so far this season. This is by facing left tackles in the league. Yeah.
Because he's got no other talent on the defensive line, really. They really don't. I think they may have one other guy, but as far as like we do, no, they don't have the interior. They don't have the interior defense that we do. And that's it's gonna benefit him. And I'm telling you, he's gonna have more sacks in his first 3 games than he did. Let me say that again. He's gonna have more sacks in his first game than he's had all season. I'm gonna call that right now. He's gonna have a sack and a half. He's gonna have 2 sacks
his first game.
Yep, 2 sacks. Because we're playing.
I'll raise you.
We're playing Pickett. We're playing Kenny Pickett.
I know. I'm gonna raise you one. I'll say he has 3.
Woo! Okay. I like it.
I'm feeling saucy tonight.
Yeah, I like the absolutely, Benny. Keep him over center. Push that center right back into the quarterback.
I mean, in all honesty, and I'm going to ask an honest question here. Everyone, feel free to jump in if I'm pushing the limits here. Let me know I am, but I don't feel I am. In a strong feeling, not granted, yes, I am a huge Jordan Davis fan. Have always been, always will be. I even got his jersey now. Go me. No lie, man. I would play Jordan Davis over Hargraves. Hargraves really hasn't. I'm not saying he's bad. He just hasn't. What can Jordan Davis do that Hargraves can't?
I mean, it's a mixture of that. It's not only that, but Hargrave is definitely having a below average year production wise. So I mean, you don't hear his number called or his name called very much during games. So that tells you right there he's not making any kind of penetration in the backfield to make a tackle. He's not getting any kind of pressure on the quarterback at the defensive tackle position. So why not? I mean, you have an absolute stud in Jordan Davis, and I think Hargrave would be a great rotational piece.
And it's like I've been saying, dude. Okay, granted, say you play him even in schemes he doesn't even usually play in. Okay. Just his presence alone on that line fucks everything up for that offense. Mm-hmm. You have to take account for him no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Jordan Davis is on that field, you have to know where number 90 is, which helps everyone. I'm not even talking specifically for him. Even if Jordan Davis does nothing, even if he doesn't tackle anyone, he's done something just by being on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
too damn big.
When he's on the field, teams can't really run up the middle on us. So, I mean, that just makes them. It just makes their offense that much more predictable. You know, it's not Drew Johnson. It's not necessarily about having him in the nickel per se, but when we run 4-man fronts, having him in there when we just run 4-man fronts. So I think that's more what we're speaking on. I don't think he'd be. He's not really. I don't think he'd be in there on nickel. But I mean, it's just a matter of getting him more reps, getting him more snaps, so he can get more acclimated to the offensive line.
It's all about next season for him. I'm not really worried about this season. I'm worried about next season. Let him get his reps. You know, let him do his thing, and get him ready for next season. You know, and I'm with you, dude. I'm a firm believer on that. You got to play to get better. You don't get better by standing on the sideline. Yeah, no. Mentally, you get mentally prepared. You know, you do your walkthroughs and shit. But dude, you got to play to get better. You do.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially at certain positions, you know, there's definitely, you know, there's been scenarios where sitting and waiting definitely helped with like Aaron Rodgers is an example, but that's a different position. That's a whole nother scenario. And who knows if Aaron Rodgers would have came into if he would have went right in as a starter, as a rookie, his numbers may be astronomically better than they are already. You know, because he sat for 4 years and behind Brett Favre. So it's just a matter of, you know, but I agree with you. I think it can only benefit us to get him on the field more. It can't hurt us.
Yeah, no, I mean, and like I said, I'm not saying, you know, play him all the time. I'm just saying you can play him more.
He's a man-child. He will literally he will move double teams backwards.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, he is an absolute freak of nature as an athlete, and I would not hate it at all to see him on the field more. I really wouldn't.
Dude, like he says, 2 on me, 1's free.
Yeah.
And if they're doubling Fletch and Davis, well, that's 4 on me, on us, and 2 are free.
Right. That means one of your edges it should be rushing free to
right.
the quarterback or to the backfield. So
dude, it just got more disgusting having Quinn, man. You know, and that's why I say you got to play Davis more, because if you play Davis and he double teams, dude, that means Quinn's can eat 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my buddy texted me earlier and he's like, Robert Quinn. But my buddy's a Niner fan, and I was thinking that the Niners got Robert Quinn. So I was like, oh man, we missed out on him. But then I went and looked real quick, and I was like, holy shit, we just got Robert Quinn for a 4th-round pick. Are you kidding me? Am I dreaming right now? Somebody pinch me. Make sure I'm not sleeping.
Bro, I didn't know till you fucking told me. Work was shit today. It was so fucking long. Started out terrible. So I didn't really get on the phone today that much, and I didn't know till you text me and told me, and even then it was like, wait, what? So yeah,
shout out to Joey Shake 72, because he was all over that even before that trade broke. He was saying it was a very good possibility that it was going to happen, and Joey is definitely on top of his game as always. One of the GOATs of Eagles content creation. So shout out to him. Definitely much respect to the Shake Master.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this though. I would have rather had Brian Burns, but
really, okay, younger, right? Younger,
yeah.
I
mean,
more of a future piece, but we would have had to pay. That would be another piece you're going to have to pay, Brian. They would have to pay
He
next
wasn't
year.
available. We tried, and they said no because they're assholes, and they won't give him up. But dude, I would have. Yeah, hell yeah, dude, I would have taken Burns in a heartbeat. Like, oh, Burns, dude, that would have. Wow, that's the chocolate fudge on the ice cream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
But nah, man, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, let's talk Steelers for a little.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you listening to da na 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 na? Is that what that is? Da na na na.
huh?
That's awesome.
Tales of the Jedi. I don't know. I don't know if that's what was playing. My son's watching Tales of the Jedi.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, it
But it
really
just sounded like it.
Yeah, that's funny. No, man. Listen, for those of you who do not know, this is a very ugly weekend for me.
That's
my,
right. That's right.
Yeah, this is a fucking disaster. I'm walking into a fucking trap. Okay. I'm gonna have to put duct tape down the middle of the fucking living room.
Speaking
You
of
know,
traps,
and obviously put the bathroom on my side so the wife can't get to it, just to be a dick. But no, just
did you see, side note real quick? Did you see
Yeah.
the trap question that some media tried to ask Jalen Hurts? Because he's from Houston, right? And they're asking him who he's going to be rooting for in the World Series. Like,
Yeah.
you think he's stupid enough not to say the Phillies? I mean, come on. Even if he is quietly rooting for the Astros because that's his hometown team,
I don't give a shit. Root for the Astros, man.
He's not going to admit to it, though. He knows the answer he has to give for Philadelphia. He's
Bro.
not that. He's not. That was a good try to trick him on that question, but he's.
It
smarter than
is,
that.
but I really don't give a shit. I mean, bro, rep it. It's your hometown. It's where
Yeah.
you're from. It's what you
Right.
love. Just because you play for us does not mean you gotta love us. You know, like, and I'm talking baseball. You know, like you grew up in Houston. The Astros is your team. It is what it is. You
Right.
know, I
But
mean, we sit here and we all love Crosby, but fucking Crosby plays against us in the Winter Olympics with
Right.
Canada. So, you know, I don't
Exactly.
care, and he plays for me and he wins games. I don't give a fuck who you root for, bro. Just win me on Sundays and I don't care.
Yeah. So, in regards to Sunday, are you getting the couch ready? You getting the couch ready for Sunday night?
I won't be on the couch, bro.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna be talking some mad shit. No, but for those of you who do not know, my sweet wife, you know, she was raised wrong, and you know, she is a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, so you know, when we play them, it's joyful for me most of the time. Now, last year was not joyful because we lost to them, you know, but the last 3 times before that, we crushed them, and I had fun with it, you know.
Yeah.
I am walking into a fucking disaster on Sunday. I'm telling you, bro. Like, if we lose this game, well, we're not losing. I'm telling you that. But if some way the football gods decide to curse me on Sunday, my wife will never shut the fuck up. You know that, right? Like, I will eat crow all fucking year long. Even if that is our only loss, she will be like, yeah, but it was the me. Like, I will never live it down. So
Right.
we cannot lose this fucking game, bro. No way.
What's up, halftime? Appreciate you checking in, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I don't see that happening at all. So I think you're going to be okay.
If not, bro, I'm so fucked. It is going to be bad.
I mean, these next two games, I mean, even a short week going to play against Houston, that could easily be a trap game right there for us. But we're going to take it one game at a time, definitely. I'm not really worried about Kenny Pickett. He hasn't shown enough to me to garner any major concern. And Najee Harris has been very below average. Thank you very much, because I have you on my fantasy team, Najee. You're not helping me at all. But he's definitely been very below. He's definitely regressed this year as far as his production level. And I mean, their defense, like I think it was Oates who said TJ Watt's not going to be back till week 10. So that definitely benefits us. You know, they were saying maybe week 6 as optimistic side, but he's going to be out a few more weeks. So that definitely benefits us, because their defense is not nearly as good without him on the field. And I mean, they've had a couple of decent wins this year. They beat Tampa Bay. I guess that's not really that great, decent of a win. I mean, Tampa Bay's been very, very beatable this year. So, I mean, I'm trying to find some bright spots for Pittsburgh, but hasn't been too.
Yeah, that's almost as bad as
Pennsylvania this year.
Yeah, that's almost as bad as Dallas getting hyped up because they beat the Rams.
Right?
Yeah, only if it was the Rams of last year.
I think it's funny that going into it, the Cowboys fans were so hyped about their defense and that they were going to shut Jalen Hurts down. They were going to bring him back to earth, and they were going to shut our offense down and this and that, and that we haven't played anybody. And they keep saying that even now. But I guess that means that the Cowboys aren't anybody.
Yeah,
so,
do you know? Hey, you want to know something that's a fun fact?
What's that?
Do you know that Jalen Hurts is the only quarterback that Dallas faced that has over 100 QBR on him? He finished the game with 104 QBR. None of the other quarterbacks that they faced the first 6 weeks did that, but Jalen.
See, that's the thing with Hurts. He doesn't necessarily have to put up the big stats to win football games. He knows what kind of run game he has. He knows what kind of defense he has. And he knows what kind of coaching staff he has behind him. So it's all about just taking care of the football. And that's exactly what he's been doing this year at a very, very accelerated rate, as far as not fumbling the ball, not throwing interceptions. I mean, it's been astronomical. You look at the numbers from last year to this year.
Turnover differential.
Yeah.
We take it, but we don't
give it back. Yep. And we're usually taking it and getting points off of it too.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. No,
turnovers really don't mean much if you don't get points off of them. I mean, you can flip field position, things like that with turnovers, but I mean, they really don't mean that much if you don't get points off of them. Points off of turnovers are huge, because let's say they're about to score a field goal or a touchdown, and then you score a field goal or a touchdown, that's either a 6-point or a 14-point swing, either way you want to look at it. So that's big time.
Yeah, bro, I'm not scared of anyone. Bring it on.
Right now, no, not really.
I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm
we can go toe to toe with anybody.
Right now.
I'm definitely not.
We go in Thanksgiving.
I'm definitely not scared of Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. That's for damn sure.
No, I'm telling you right now, bro. We go into, what is it? When we play Dallas, that's Christmas Eve, right?
Yes.
We go into that game undefeated.
I just want us to get to at least 8-0. If we get to the best mark in franchise history, I'll be okay with that. And we end the season maybe like 15-2, 16-1, something like that. I'll be Gucci with that.
No, Nina, I do not think he is done. I still believe you see Kareem Hunt be a Philadelphia Eagle before it's all said and done. Truly.
Very, very high possibility. He's on the market. He's on the trade block. They only want a 4th-round pick for him. So it could very well come to fruition, Nina. When's the trade deadline? Do you know, AK, off the top of your head?
Isn't it week 8?
I think so.
So it's not this week, but it's next week.
Right. Trade deadline, NFL.
And I think it's week 8.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern time on November 1st. So yeah, next week. Yep.
Now you know something. They added an extra game. They should make the trade deadline week 9 because you added in an extra game. So you should move the trade deadline back 1 week.
Well, I think this is going to happen anyway, so they might as well just do it. I think they should add another game, but give us each team another bye week. 2 buys, an 18 game season with 2 buys in them. 2 buys.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. If you had it my way, I'd figure out a way to make it all year round.
Fly Eagles fly until we
You
die.
get no
baby.
breaks.
Hell yeah.
No, I know.
No, you can have like 2 or 3 you can have like 2 different squads. You can have a spring squad and a fall squad.
Right? No breaks.
No breaks.
No, I
We get no breaks.
Finish him. Yeah. Even Drew's like laughing like all year round. No, I'm just playing, dude. That'd be dope, man. Like, no, listen, you don't understand. Well, actually, you do. We all understand. I go fucking insane over the off season, man. When there's no football to talk about and my Eagles aren't playing, I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Like,
Is Eagle Slayer? Are you saying Frank Gore?
Gore.
Did you say Frank Gore? He probably could. Hey, he probably could still tote the rock. I bet he can. I bet he can. He was a beast. What a longevity he had in his career, man. Jeez, that guy.
Yeah.
I would have took him as an Eagle about 4 or 5 years ago. Absolutely, I would have took Frank Gore without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah, I hate missing football too, Drew. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it sucks, man. It does. Football is amazing,
Yeah.
and I totally agree. You know, totally
I like-
agree. We
I
get
like
hunt, game, set, match.
I like the off season as much as I like going to the dentist. Let's just put it that way. And I hate going to the dentist.
I'll keep it PG for once tonight.
If we get Hunt, oh yeah, all day.
No, I'm a wrestling fan, and
Why
in
did you say
fact,
that?
in fact, Eagle, I am more of a wrestling fan now because it's actually getting better. You know, since McMahon has left, I can actually watch that shit now. So it's getting good. Right? No, everyone loves watching football, man. Like, it is what it is. No, I agree. Bro, I've looked at this schedule time and time again, over and over and over. I don't see it. Holy shit! Look out! We got the Philly Fuego up.
Did somebody say we are not wrestling fans? Bullshit. Bullshit to that.
Yeah, it's your green screen. It's messing with you.
Yeah. Of course it is. It's because of the mask. There we go.
It's got to be green. Luchadori sighting.
That's right. Fuego is in the building, everybody.
So, what do you got to say, man, about these Eagles? How you feeling about them, Fuego?
I think that, Fuego. Just absolute Fuego. Not much else to say about them. There's not many weaknesses in this football team. Back to front, we have depth, we have coaching, We have the best GM in football. So it's sky's the limit for this football team. Absolutely. Fly, Eagles, fly all day.
Right, elaborate on before you go. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, you caught me off guard there. I was not prepared for that.
No one's ever prepared for the fuego. You can try to prepare yourself, but you're never prepared for it.
That's what she said.
So much for keeping it PG.
I'm sorry. I'm done. That was my bad. Yeah, back to being professional now.
You're being professional? Newsflash to me.
Oh shit. You sound like Beavis. Oh shit. So yeah, man. No, listen. I know my wife's team very well. You know, she's got a good defense. You know, last week they held Miami to, was it 17 points? If I'm not mistaken, right? And dude, that's Tyreek Hill and Waddle. Two really awesome wide receivers, no lie. You know, and Tua was doing his Tua thing, and he won them the game. But dude, without TJ Watt, they held him to 17. That's pretty impressive. It really is. You know, I give them props where it's due. Minka Fitzpatrick is just insane. You know, he's an amazing safety. I'm not going to discredit him. Corners wise, we got him beat. Bush, you know, their middle linebacker, he's solid, but he's not what they expected him to be. You know, their defensive front is still pretty dynamic. You know, you have Stephon. Wait, Tuitt? Is it Tuitt's still there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And sorry, having a brain fart. But anyway, their defensive line is pretty good. Offensive wise, they have Pickens, they have Claypool, Pat Freiermuth, Najee Harris, Pickett now. They have a lot of very, very, very young talent on that team, but they are very good. You know, Pickens has showed his talent throughout the first 6 weeks. You know, that OBJ catch was insane. Claypool, we all know what Claypool can do. You know, he crushed us last year. He crushed us.
Literally crushed us.
You know, and Najee, he can be deadly at times. And Kenny, he's just learning this offense. I mean, this is what, his third game, if I'm not mistaken, second game, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're meeting them now and not like week 17. You know what I mean? Because I think at the end of the year, after all these young guys on offense get good chemistry together, they're not going to be a bad team at the end of the year.
Right. No, I think so too. I mean, it's I guarantee you that Jonathan Gannon has not forgotten about that game that Claypool had against us last year.
Yeah.
Absolutely went off, and he's not going to let that happen again. I mean, our secondary is way much improved than last year. Yeah. So, I mean, we're gonna load the box for the most part, I think, and shut down Najee Harris and make Pickens beat us with his arm. And I don't think he's going to be able to. I see him throwing up probably a couple picks. I mean, hey, who did the Pittsburgh just played Miami, right? I mean,
yes. Yep.
I seen between the two of them, between Tua and Pickett, I seen the opposing defenses drop several interceptions. So I hope he's not expecting our defense to be that generous, because we catch them. We don't drop them.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. They dropped 4 interceptions, I think.
I think so. Yeah, something like that. So I only expect our turnover differential to keep on the rise this week. I don't see. I mean, unless somehow out of the blue, Jalen gets really sloppy with the football. I just don't see us turning the ball over unless it's bad weather. Unless it's raining and then there's fumble issues because of the weather. That could be another factor, possibility. I don't know what the weather's looking like this weekend, but yeah, I mean, we should beat them.
Oh yeah, no,
Point blank, we should beat them, and we should beat them pretty easily.
Yeah, no, I can tell you right now, they will have Minka playing in the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
That is where he will troll, and
Yeah.
he will make sure that middle of the field is locked down. And like I said, Minka's dirty, dude. Like
Yeah.
I would love to have Minka teamed up with CJ Johnson. Oh my fucking god, that would be amazing. But we can't, And yeah, Minka's that dog, dude. So I'm not worried about it. AJ should be able to handle his biz. That's what we paid him for. That's what he's big bodied for. But yeah, man, no, we got this. I'm not worried about it. Offensively, defensively, we're good.
Yeah, I think we are too. And as long as we don't, we don't do anything stupid like turn the ball over on special teams or give up big special teams play, something like that, like a blocked punt or a blocked field goal, something like that. I think we'll be fine. I really do. I mean, the Steelers haven't won in Philadelphia since like 1965, so I see that streak continuing for us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man, I'm ready. It was really weird not having Eagle football last weekend. Thank God it happened early. I was sitting there all day in bed, just kind of snacking out on chips, watching football, and I was like, and none of them's my team. This
this week or these next 2 weeks we get 2 games in 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So that that's a little bit of a treat.
Makes
too.
up for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And one of them will be nationally televised, which will be good for me. So
yeah. No, I know, man. God, that has to suck living over there for that.
It does. Absolutely.
I don't have to miss a game, dude. That's what's up. I love
it. I'm finding more and more friends that have access to the game, so I'm usually able to watch it through them. But yeah, it does suck. I wish the NFL would make more individual packages for people like me who are out of market fans. Instead of having to buy the ticket, I could just buy, spend $30 or $40 a month and have every Eagle game at my disposal. Have access to every Eagle game. It shouldn't be that hard.
No, like Omar, I get it, man, and shout out to you. Appreciate you coming through. Like, sure. I did enjoy it because to a point, like I actually got shit done on a Sunday.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I enjoyed it that way. I didn't have to worry about at 1:00 I have to stop because the Eagle game's on, or 4:20 I got to stop because I got to smoke and watch the game. No, I'm just playing. Whatever it may be, so it was good that if I got into something, it wasn't like I had to rush back to the TV. So it was cool that way.
Yeah.
But as far as like sitting in front of the TV and rooting for my team and just really actually wanting to be involved in the game and watch it, I didn't have that feeling. And that part sucked, but I get you, man.
Yeah. Yep. And Drew does too. That sucked, Drew. I know it.
So, well, listen, man. I don't know about you, but it is.
I'm sure you're beat,
and I gotta go to
bed. Beat like a drum. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
I'm hanging in there.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been another great show, you guys. Like I said earlier, we can't continue, and we can't, continue our comeback to YouTube without all your guys' support. And you guys have been great in the chat. Thank you so much for for all your comments and for your contributions to the show tonight. We really appreciate it. And it's just not the same without all you guys. So, it's been another blessed one, definitely.
Yeah, and thank you all so much for coming in and hanging out with us tonight.
Yep.
I love getting on here talking football with my brother over here, and I love talking to you guys in the chat. You guys make it worth it. You guys make us want to keep coming back and doing this. You all have really good points. I love hearing them all, and sometimes you make me think, and I like it. So
Yep.
Thank you all so much for joining us and being involved in the chat, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Come back again. Like I said, we're back. He's back. I'm back. We all back. So stay tuned for more.
Yep. And until next time, stay mean, stay green. Thanks for viewing us on your screen. As always, it's Fly Eagles Fly. And like I always say, keep it fuego. Go Birds, baby.
Awesome power of nature, hot excitement of freedom.
Because after